So I had all sorts of things. I thought, oh, it's Friday. It's Fabulous Friday. We'll do something fun. Oh my glory, wait till you hear about my week. Hi, I'm Cindy. Welcome to my channel, and I am in the process of mass making as many journals of this size as I can because I have a craft fair in a week and a day. And so far I have one completed, and this one, which is almost completed, we're going to finish it up on camera today. And I have 4 others set to go. We're not going to make all 4 in the week. Let's be honest. It's just not going to happen. So I have these 2 that are going to go in the center pocket here. They just need a little decoration. They need some, I don't know, something. I did a whole bunch of these today. I don't know what I have here. Maybe passionate, maybe dream instead of not all who wander are lost, and then a butterfly in there or something. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that much so far. So why am I a little bit behind? So yesterday I decided I was going to go down to the cabin. We have a cabin that's out just about 20 miles south of Naples, New York. And I was going to go down and write. Now I know that, okay, long story short, yeah, I like that right there. Long story short, the cabin currently has no electricity. We have solar down there, but at the moment we do not. We put in some new panels, which I like very much that we have these new panels in, and we're going to have all sorts of power, but we need a cable to connect it from the rooftop down to the basement where the batteries are, and the guy couldn't put it in. He can't put it in until next week. So I went down anyway, figuring I would just write for as long as my battery lasted. It was a beautiful day yesterday. It was absolutely wonderful. And so I said, no problem. We will go down and we will enjoy ourselves at the cabin. Well, I did. I packed myself a lunch. I went all by myself because my husband had other things to do. I packed myself a lunch. I went on down. I had a great time. I got a lot written, a lot edited. I was really editing more than anything else yesterday. And I don't want to put too much on these because they're already pretty busy. And came time to come home. And we have about, I'd say, 3 miles of dirt roads before you get to pavement. And I'm just off the dirt road and a warning light comes on my car. And it says, low tire pressure, pull over as soon as it's safe. Well, I'm on this massive hill. So I'm thinking I'm going to get to the top of the hill before I pull over because there's no way I'm pulling over to try and do anything on this hill. So I get to the top of the hill. I get out of my car. I go around and my right front driver tire has no air in it. It is flat. I mean flat. Now, I have a Prius 2024. It's a Prius Sport. It's all-wheel drive, which is why I got it. But it is a sports car. And it has no spare tire. It has a compressor in the back with a pump and a way to plug it. No spare tire. So, but that's okay. I have AAA. So I call AAA and they come in and it takes them a while. I'm sitting at the top of the hill all by myself for quite a while. I'm looking to see what else I still have to do on this. I think this journal is just about done. You're getting some sneak peeks. Oh, no, I got to make cards for here. Okay. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Let's see what we've got over here. So I'm at the top of the hill, waiting. He comes, and he's a real nice guy, but he's out of Bath, and I don't want to go to Bath. Bath is an hour in the wrong direction for me. I want to go to Penn Yan. I want my car towed to Penn Yan. I'd prefer it towed home, but it's going to cost like $200 to have it towed all the way home. So I'm like, no, we don't need to go that far. Is that going to fit in there? It does. Excellent. So that one's done. I'm not going to do anything to that card because that's the cover is the same. So we're just going to slide that card right back here. That'll be fine. So now I need 3 cards. What else do I have here that's already pre-made? A few things. These are mostly... I don't really like this color with this particular one. These are cards for a lot of different journals. I think I'm going to save you for the other journal. I do want to use you in this journal, but not here. Okay, what else do we have? Excuse me, I like that little smile. We'll stick you down there. I'm not even sure if I'm on camera. We'll save the hello. And this is a cute little thing. We'll stick you in here. So when I like you, I think we'll save you for the pink journal. We'll stick, oh, we never closed that up. Woohoo! Good thing we found that out now. Forgot to close up the bottom. So, long story short, I end up getting towed to Penn Yan on a flatbed truck. And my husband comes down to Penn Yan to pick me up which is about 40 minutes from where we live. So he picks me up, and then because he felt so bad for me, because I'll be honest with you, I had a bit of a panic attack, mostly because I realized I'm sitting out there in the middle of nowhere and I'm all by myself, and I started feeling vulnerable, and then of course your mind starts going and thinking of all the bad things that could happen, and I'm generally not like that, but oh my glory, I started to spiral. So he felt bad for me, so he said, all right, let's go to Charlie's in Canandaigua. So we did. It was wonderful. I love Charlie's. And you know what? I think I'm just going to stick this back here. Maybe. I don't know where I want to put that. We'll stick it here for now, I guess. But I have a bunch of these that I wanted to use up. So these are from the actual masterboard. These are not the digitals. This is the actual masterboard. So let's do some stuff with this. So in any case, they didn't have the tire that I needed in Penn Yan. So I had to leave my car overnight, and I just got back from getting it from the shop. And all told, my husband says it wasn't all that much because it was $100 to tow. Even though we have AAA, we have AAA Basic, which gets us like 20 miles for free, and then the rest of it you pay for. And we were well over 20 miles. There's no shop very close to us at all where we're in the cabin. So in any case, it was $100 for the towing, and it was just under $200 for the tire and all of that. So $300 later, I need to sell some journals because I have new tire on my Prius. I love it. I love the Prius. I love the Prius Sport. I am very, very happy with it. It has a lot of good features. It gets great gas mileage. On my way home from the shop, I got 54 miles to the gallon. So no complaints on my part for that. I think I like this one. Not all who wander are lost. That is said in reference to Aragorn in The Lord of the Rings, but I don't think it was started by him. Hang on a second. I'm back. My husband is on his way to get his hair cut. And I will be, after I finish this video, that's exactly where I'm going. I'm going to go get my hair cut too. We go to the same hairdresser and have for years. In fact, for a long time, it was funny because I went to her and she was expecting. And then the next time I went, I was expecting. And the next time I went, she was expecting. Oh my God, we kept going back and forth and back and forth. And the last time, then I at one point I went and I said, isn't it great that finally the two of us are getting together and neither one of us is pregnant? And she said, huh, speak for yourself. And she was pregnant again. I think we'll do this. So she's had 3 kids. I had 2. It works out. I like that. I have to figure out what to do with this because it fits. This definitely fits this particular journal. I'm gonna show you a trick. I can't wait. This one's fun. I had fun with this one. Okay, you're not fitting in as well as I'd like. You're not tucking as much as I'd like. So this is not a belly band. This comes up and this comes down, and then you can write on both sides of it if you'd like. And then to keep it in place, there's a little slot in the bottom and it just slides in. And on this side, it says Sunshine Beautiful, and it just kind of covers up the slot a little bit, so only a little bit shows down there. I had fun with that. All right, I'm going to call this journal momentarily done. I will probably come back to it and play around with it a little bit more, but right now we're going to set it aside and say done. And we're going to grab this journal. Don't need it. Oh, you may be seeing these. I don't know if you could see them if they were on camera. So part of our adventure today, my husband had to go to Canandaigua to pick up some posters. He's doing a reading. He's a playwright, and he has a reading of one of his plays in a couple of weeks, and he needed to pick up the posters for it. But he also is a painter, and he has a class, but he needed the canvases for the class, and so he had to stop at Michael's. And he came out, and he handed me this. They're die-cut shapes of dinosaurs, and he said they were on the clearance table. And he said they were half price, and he said, I thought maybe you'd like to do a dinosaur journal at some point. And I said, well, I do in fact have some other dinosaur things, so just dinosaur themed things. So yes, I will stick those with my dinosaur themed things, and we'll go with that. And then we stopped at the Restore, which is Habitat for Humanity. And for 50 cents, I picked up this pretty purple fringe thing. And for another 50 cents, this one's not open even. This is the same thing in ecru, in cream. And then these, which I think were really cool. This is actually open, so I can pull them out. And they're not all the same color. This one's orange, that one's lemons. And they are 2 table tallies. Table number 1, couple number. I assume this is for bridge. I don't know. What game would this be for? Let me know in the comments, because these will definitely find their way as little tucks in something. All right. So now I still have a lot of stuff. I still have, some things from before. I still have my butterflies. I still have a bunch of other things that I haven't used yet that are all in a similar theme. And I still have all my washies that I've already pulled. So I don't have to pull anything new for this, which is wonderful. What I do have to do is take all this stuff out, put it over here. That doesn't belong. That goes to the pinkies. Pinks. That goes with the pinks. So I have all of these things, including this Be True to Yourself, which I really like. It fits it's exactly the right color. We'll find a way to put it in here. But let me see what we have here. Now this is a little bit more traditional as far as how I put it together. Get that out of there. All right. Now, what am I going to do for the cover? Maybe that's where this goes. That might be where this goes. Okay, let me cut this down a little bit. So the craft fair that I'm doing this for is in Waterloo, New York. I had to stop and think. Oh my glory, it's been one of those days. I started this morning, I haven't stopped. So I'm in Waterloo, New York for this, and I am looking forward to it. There, that fits very nicely on there. Now, what do I want to put around it? I think what I want to do is get out my swatch book and see what colors I have. I need to turn on my light. It's getting very dim. We're looking at some storms coming our way. Okay, Pine Needles is close there. Pool Party is better. Pool Party is from Stampin' Up. Let's get out the Pool Party. Oh, it's a little warm. Okay. I also got myself a new way of trying to do some of my stamp pads. I don't know if I like it or not, but it's here. So I have Pool Party, and I need my little thingamabob for it, which I have right there. Now, I don't know about you, but Stampin' Up! Pads drive me crazy. I can never get them open, and almost always end up with ink on me. Oh my glory. It wants to come open, but there's got to be a secret to them. There it goes. And then I know that it can close over, and I never close it over because as soon as I close it over, I'm done with it, and I want to close it up. So I'm just going to come around the outside of this with a little bit of Pool Party, just to give it a little definition. Oh, and now you got it all over the front. Okay. It's very, very warm at the moment. It's about 80 degrees. Might be a little bit warmer than that. Yeah, see, that helps it pop a little bit. Okay. I have glue out from before. Now, closing it up, not an issue. Now I do have this little bit of green here. Do I want to do a little bit of green? Like, how does that look? Does that look silly? I kind of like it, actually. But I don't need to use that whole big sheet for it. And do I want the thinner? No, I want the thicker. But I think what I'm going to do is just cheat. I'm going to give myself about that much twice. About that much twice. Now I've got a card left over for something else, so we'll throw that in there. I'm going to take my two pieces that I just did, and now I can put them here and here. There we go. We're cooking. Okay, I need to move all of this stuff out of my way. I can't have, my workspace needs to be my workspace. And my storage space needs to be my storage space. Okay, so I can cover that whole thing up. So how was your day yesterday and today? I'm filming this obviously on Thursday. And it has been quite a Wednesday and a Thursday this week. By the time you see this, hopefully everything will be back to normal. Well, it is back to normal because I do have my car. I'm okay with that. I like having my car. Let me check my edges here. Hey, look at that. I'm even straight. Ah. You know, that doesn't always happen. Okay. Let's see if I could do the same thing twice. Anybody over there taking bets as to whether this will happen twice? Okay. All right, let's put you up here. Yeah, you're even. There we go. Hey, look at this. All right, rarely do I do my cover first. Almost always I do my cover later. But this cover seems to know what it wants. So we're going to go with the cover first. Okay. As for the weekend, well, I'm going to be spending it in the craft room and getting a bunch more journals done. Come on. And my glue is really close to the end of this particular piece. But I can't store it upside down because every time I store it upside down and I take my lid off, the lid is full of glue. That isn't going to work if I don't put glue up here. There. Okay. Now I think, nope, I don't have enough glue over here in the corner. Oh my glory. This is the part of the problem in working with just this light is that unless you're looking at it from the right angle, it's really hard to see. Okay, here we go. You ready? I'm lining it up on the bottom. I am lined up on the side. Oh, as far as the other journal, I did a sewn-in signature on the machine. If you're interested in purchasing any of these, yes, I'm specifically making them for my craft fair, so I'm not putting them out online. But if you are interested in purchasing any, so you can see the fact that I sewed it in the middle. What I do like about sewing it in the middle is it does tend to lie flatter. So when you're trying to write in it, you know, it lies flat. But anyway, if you're interested in purchasing any of these, let me know. Just put a note in the comments, send me an email, send me a PM. I don't know. Go to my YouTube page, or sorry, this is YouTube. Should go to my Facebook page and let me know. Boy, I like that. I like how that came out. All right, I have to go to get my hair cut. I tell you, it has been very busy. And so if you're enjoying these videos, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're not enjoying these videos, hit the subscribe button anyway. Share this video with your friends, with your enemies, with anybody you think might be interested in them. And make sure you hit that bell so you have notifications when the next video is coming out. In the meantime, this is a very harried Cindy signing off.